All right, another successful mission.
You just look strangely uncomfortable. Can you ask the raptor for motivation, please? Okay.
She's very photogenic.
Nothing can stop us now.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's Chip and Dale. How are you guys doing? Hello, Grogu.
Sorry. Be shy. If you want to over.
Universal Orlando Resort, Earl the Squirrel needs his own Christmas tree over here for the meet and greet. I think so. I think we're gonna make that happen. We'll put that.
4 of you have tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
Oh, wow.
Do you think the people on the moon ever look over and say, wow, it's a full spaceship Earth tonight? But welcome back to the sign welcoming you to Universal Orlando Resort.
Terrifying, isn't it?
Hiya, Scooby! We're here at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort with the newly opened Kona, I don't remember what it's called. All right, and good afternoon, Magic Crew. Happy Tuesday, and welcome to another Here to Air Magic live stream, coming to you live from the Walt Disney World Resort here at Disney's Coronado Springs. Glad you guys could join us here today. We're going to take you guys around the resort to showcase the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the good tasting, the bad tasting, and answer your questions about what you can expect when you stay at this Disney's moderate resort. How's everybody doing today? Welcome in. If this is the first time you've ever joined us here at Ear to Ear Magic. Hi, my name is Chris. I'm your Disney travel agent in the parks and at the resorts, and your camera operator for today's live stream. Beautiful day here in Orlando, but very hot with a heat advisory today. Live on Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. We have a heat index advisory that will somewhat bring us somewhere around, what did they say, 110 to 115 degrees feel like heat index today. So if you're out here in Central Florida, please be very careful. Along with me is my son, Owen, that loves to come with me and share his knowledge and his love of the resorts. And he'll be throwing some facts and trivia with you guys here. And this is our Magic Crew in the live chat. Hi, how's it going, Magic Crew? How are you guys doing today? Good to see you. Good to have you with us. Well, as we get started this afternoon, we got our more information about Halloween Horror Nights. Our latest, the announcements. So, just came out. We might have to talk about that a little bit as well. The Wyatt Six. S-I-C-K, as they lure you through the ominous doorway to the shadowy realm. You guys familiar with the Wyatt Six coming to this year's Halloween Horror Nights? So Owen, let's do this. If we can make our way over, I want to take everybody up to the farthest way over first. And I want to look at some of the details that we have over here at the beginning of the lobby area at Coronado Springs. We are at Destino Towers. The Grand Destino is a newer addition to Coronado Springs. The Grand Destino came about in 2018, I believe. And it took Coronado Springs from a 1 or 2 story level resort to high in the sky. And this is still a moderate resort, everybody. So whenever you contact us when it comes to booking and planning your next vacation, and if it includes Coronado Springs, we're gonna have some conversations to have, because you can either decide to stay in Destino Towers, which is going to be higher up, newer, very contemporary, or you can choose to stay in either the Cabanas, the Casitas, or the Ranchos, which are the 3 other areas in the farther back that are outdoor and lower to the ground. We're going to take you guys into Destino Tower, and we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between the two. We're going to talk about the pluses and the negatives when it comes to staying here at Coronado Springs. There are lots of wonderful things about this resort, but there are some things you need to be aware of that if they don't fit perfectly and align with your vacation needs, then maybe this isn't the resort for you. We're all about making sure you find just the right spot. And we're glad you guys could join us here today.
Inspirational here, walking into here. Grand Destino Tower was based off of a short that was made between Walt Disney and Salvador Dali. And the inspiration for this tower came from that short.
Il Destino is the name of the short. Yes, and it was a collaboration between Walt Disney Studios and Salvador Dali. I know lots of times we think of Dali as being, you know, many centuries before, but he actually did work with Disney. And if you've never seen Il Destino, and if you're staying here on property, we highly recommend going on the Disney Plus and watching the short, because it makes a lot of sense when you see it, when you go through the resort and you say like, now I know where this is coming from. The biggest thing, Owen, the bell shapes.
The bell shapes.
You'll see a lot of shapes just like this here. The tier and the bells all throughout this tower, and it comes directly from the short. So lots of times as I'm walking around, I will just kind of stop and just let the camera sit at a certain space, solely so you guys can possibly see some of those details and pick up some of those shapes that come directly from Dali's short Il Destino. The other thing I like about this lobby, other than the fact that it's just beautiful and it does not feel like a moderate resort at all, are the various number of hidden Mickeys found throughout the lobby as well. Case in point, you can see one on the side right there. They are hidden all throughout the lobby. it's fun, as always, to try to find them. I'll show you a few of them to you.
You have to add your friends and family. Yes, this is like this way to lunch.
Let's see, one there.
Okay.
The colors, very vibrant. Wow, right there. So lots of cool little details hidden all throughout. How is everybody doing in the chat today? Welcome in, Crown B, Young Dabs, good to see you. Cheers, James. Firefighter watching with us today with a 65-inch screen television. How big is the laundry on the second floor of the tower, Sam A? Wow. I have to say, I have not been on the laundry on the second floor, but they do have laundry facilities. Now, the question I ask every time I tour this this resort with you guys is, does this look like a moderate resort to you guys? It's super nice, isn't it, Young Dabs? How you doing, Lone Wolf? Hope everybody is staying cool out there. Welcome in, Patrick. Good to see you, Mike. Fitness center right over here for those getting their miles in and lifting their weights. This is the Destino Tower elevators. I love these elevators because they use a computer system that asks you to choose your floor, and then we'll assign you the elevator so that everyone's not going and stopping on every floor. It's a great system. You guys may have seen us use this on the Utopia of the Seas with Royal Caribbean just recently. Now, one of the things that may come up in a trivia question, if you ever get into a trivia question, a trivia contest, what is the only moderate resort at Walt Disney World that has a club level lounge? It's right there, the Coronado's Club. Have you always dreamed of going and having access to a club level lounge, but I've always felt it being way out of your price point? Moderate Resort Hotel, it has a club level. Serves breakfast, snacks, and light bites throughout the day, dinner, and desserts, as well as alcoholic beverages in the evening. The Kronos Club, when you guys reach out to us, ask, hey, how much would it be extra to have a club level room here at Coronado? And then of course, floor 16, we're gonna take you guys up there later. We're gonna try to do that toward the end of our stream today. The Toledo, it's not Toledo, it's not Toledo, but Toledo Restaurant and the Dahlia Lounge. How you doing, Pound of the Payment? Guten Tag. How you doing, Chef Ricky? Awesome. Officially a resident of Berlin. Nice. How you doing, Jasper W? Doing well. It's hot today, but we're gonna stay inside for a bit. We're gonna show you guys some of the spaces inside Destino Tower. We're gonna take you guys over to the eateries and other amenities that are located next door to us. And at one point at the end, Owen and I will be making our rounds and taking you guys to the Ranchos, the Cabanas, and the Casitas. Probably the hottest part of today's live stream, so make sure to drink lots of water. It currently feels like 100 degrees outside right now. How you doing, Patrick? Good to see you. Thanks to everybody who hung out with us this morning to register for the 2026 Run Disney Springtime Surprise. It was a fun time this morning, and we had so many who were able to register with us this morning. And congratulations to everybody who actually made it into the races. Hey, Calvin, do we have any races still open, by the way? Patrick, what's up with the watermark? The program that we use for streaming is moving to a subscription base. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start paying for the access to the service. And because of that, they're changing their format. So we're gonna have to start subscribing. We're gonna have to start paying for the service, and that's no big deal. And once that gets settled into place, then we can remove that mark again. That they just started that today. May have even had something to do with us having trouble this morning. Hey, look, it's El Destino. Yep, this short always plays. When did this short first come out? Oh, when they first started working on it. Wasn't it in the like 60s, or I can't remember. It's pretty old. Look, we found Bruno. If you've never seen the short, like I said, go find it on Disney Plus. Watch it. It's not a Disney cartoon in the sake of a Mickey short, I promise you, but it's worth the watch. Jasper W, thank you so much for being a part and member of the Magic Crew cast. Two years of fun. Thank you, Jasper, for making it possible for us to share all of this with our friends and our family. Thank you so much, sir. Lots of workspace here. Places to plug in your laptops. Susan and I have both done work here from the lobby. All those desks over there are possible to use. They have, of course, complimentary Wi-Fi. And of course, during the holidays, a very tall Christmas tree right here in the middle. How you doing, Travis? Now, I may be remembering incorrectly, but I believe the Destino Tower was the very first Walt Disney World resort room where they were able to put guest name on the television as they came into their room. Now that seems like a not so big thing now, but the first time it happened when they first opened up, it was huge. People were like, "Oh my gosh, my name's on!" It's like I'm on TV. And of course, it's now pretty standard across the way. I want you guys to notice all the textures and the architecture, the different forms of tiles, glass and mirrors. Has a very organic feel to it. Everything has a flow and lack of sharp edges.
Since this is a Walt Disney World resort, just like all the other resorts, come Christmas time, there will be a giant tree placed in the middle here inside this chandelier.
It goes up against this window right here. It fills up that space right there.
From that side.
Oh, it was crazy quiet. Carol says I was going to stay there in 2020. It was canceled. Looks amazing inside. Well, you know what that means, Carol. You know what that means. And you can see the bell shape is carried throughout everything in the resort. So, all right, we are down here at the Barcelona Lounge. It does open in the morning for grab-and-go breakfast items. Later on in the afternoon, it does open up for cocktails. But my favorite thing about the lounge, I love the ceiling. It's amazing. The Barcelona Lounge is open from 3 p.m. till midnight, serving drinks, coffee, cocktails, and more to guests as they come in. Again, let me remind you, this is a moderate resort hotel. This is not considered deluxe. How you doing, Karen? Welcome in. How you doing, Walt? Can you guys find any other hidden Mickeys? I'll help you out. How about that? How about right about here? Now, if you're thinking there's no way in the world I would find that little tiny hidden Mickey in this space, I do have one that might be a little bit more your size. How about this one? He's a little easier to spot. Right there below Walt himself.
This is now our lobby. This is not used to be the main lobby when this first opened, because this tower wasn't here before. That area still exists, but has been turned into more workspace.
Yeah, we're going to be walking through there in just a moment. The original lobby space for Coronado before the tower was built. Notice again our hidden Mickey. And again, this is taken directly from Il Destino and Dali's collaboration with the Disney Studios. Now, before we go into that space, we're going to be walking through a hallway here. It's a pretty long hallway. This hallway exists mainly to connect the new tower with the old lobby space. So, I mean, it's bright, but it's still just a kind of a plain lobby. So while we're walking through here, I figured let's show you some of the designs of what you would see if you were staying in a room here in the Destino Tower. Grand Destino Tower rooms, very much like the lobby, very elaborate, very contemporary. We'll sleep up to 4. One of the things I love about the rooms with the renovations is the space that's available under the beds. Now you guys know I love to unpack my suitcase when I go traveling. Put all your stuff away in the storage that's available in the room. Slide your suitcase underneath the bed, and I'm now living at home inside my new room at the tower. Again, beautiful rooms. And depending on whether you're at the front of the building or the back of the building, some pretty elaborate views. All right, now that we've made it down the hallway, welcome to the original lobby. Prior to the building of the tower, this was our main lobby. They have refurnished this space to become a workspace. There are workstations everywhere. Plenty of places to charge. Laptop tables galore. Charging stations. And our lobby desk used to all be within these spaces right here. Now, before we go too far, I have to show you another hidden Mickey because, you know, all about the hidden Mickeys, right? This one's a little more subtle, but can you guys find the hidden Mickey in this image? How you doing, Manas? Welcome in, Terry. Good to see you, Grumpy News. Cocoa Bears. Does the hotel have room service or laundry service? We have not had the return of room service since 2020. So, yeah, it's a little disappointing. Cocoa Bears, there is laundry available in the hotel. All right, did anyone notice the lights? I'm sure you guys did. But up on top, even when this was the original lobby of the hotel, there were always 3 circular lights right up there on Coronado Springs. And it makes a very subtle hidden Mickey. Still there to this day. Now, many people are familiar with Coronado Springs not because of Walt Disney World in itself, but because they may have actually attended a business conference here.
It is one of the largest convention resorts out at on property with around 220,000 square feet of space available.
Ballroom space, meeting areas, conference rooms, and it is oftentimes the hotbed of conferences that for people who may or may not ever actually go inside the parks. But they're definitely here for their conferences, for their businesses and or careers. Hello. How are you? Hello, how are you?
Good, and you?
Doing just good.
Nice meeting you. I'm very sorry to interrupt, but I see that you're recording. Is there anything that we can do with you?
No, actually, well, we're not even actually. We're just like for the past 4 years, my son and I have gone to every single Walt Disney World Resort hotel and has shared all the details and things about the hotels and what makes them good, what makes them awesome for certain guests. And we are basically just giving everybody a complete rundown of what everything we love about Coronado Springs.
Oh my God. That is
So
awesome.
we had to show all the hidden Mickeys in the main lobby. We had to tell them to make sure that before they checked in, they went on to Disney Plus to watch El Destino, so they could understand all of the designs, the bell shapes. And so when you see the hidden details that the Imagineers put into the design, you're like, I've seen that. I know where that comes from.
Yes.
And so we're just kind of showing it off. We love. I was actually here the day that the tower. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was amazing, and we also come on the holidays. Every November and December, we come back to all the hotels
To review like
to show you exactly what the
holiday
rooms.
decorations.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
I love the trees that is in the middle of of your lobby.
That's awesome.
So, but no, we've done this for 4 years.
That is so cool. Well, I was here part of the opening team for Cabanas Tower too. So I was
Oh.
here in the lobby when we opened the tower. So
It was a beautiful day right there on the green lawn back. Oh, what a wonderful time! It was wonderful.
I'm very sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. you.
No, you're fine. You're
When
good.
you see somebody filming and it's like, oh, let's see if they need any help. Now, I am going to need some information from you though.
Sure.
Because we need to share that with our.
Oh yeah, of course.
team.
Yeah. Hey, why don't you take everybody into Panchitos and
I will do that.
especially show the resort exclusive merch
Yes.
that they have, like the shirts and awesome stuff like that.
Want to note that there is someone moved the coins. This is Panchitos. Every resort is going to have at least one gift shop that will not only have a small selection of merch that you'll be able to find within the parks, but you'll also have some resort exclusive merch as well as some sundries, food items, medicine, stuff that you can pick up and bring back up to the room. So they have added a new collection since the last time you've been here. Mug featuring some of the Thai work is okay. I was reading that wrong. $17, not bad. We also have what? Yep, that is a lug. I may be wrong. I think this is the first time I've seen a lug for a Pacific resort. Don't buy that mug, put in this treasure mine picked up. Oh no! Well, at least if everyone was watching was interested, they can know that. This has been the host hotel for the LLS teams for Marathon Weekend. So yeah, it is. If you have a large convention of any type whatsoever, there is a fat chance they're going to have it here. Huge amount of convention space. available for use. There's only a few other resorts that even have that space dedicated, like for instance Contemporary. We have our pin. Yeah, with luggage tag? Luggage tag. Nice. I was into watching while Chris was talking about staying here for conferences. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law will be here September 8th through the 12th for a conference. I do not find that surprising. Like Dad said, it's such a popular convention space that a lot of people who have not stepped foot in Disney or may even step foot within Disney have their conventions or events here. So, service. This is $34.99, $35. We have a glass which I am going to pick up very delicately. As cool as this glass looks, I do not want to bring it home today. $15. I did miss this. So always, whenever you're staying at a resort, always be sure to look within this cost deal. Always be sure to look within the gift shops, because there's always going to be at least minimum 1 or 2 pieces of resort merch that is unique to that resort. I think we have some more over here. Yes, we do. Have a zip-up jacket. It is $55. Looks to be like a tablecloth. Very soft. It is free. No, where's the tag? Okay, it's actually free. You know. There's some price to that. We have a collared shirt. $50. T-shirt with the student sign that's on the glass. It does not have a price listed. This is his color. I'm going to have to show this. That is literally the color of his shirt. Wow. I'm going to have to show it. Show that to him. $30. Another zip up. This is also $5. Dude, hold on. Just a video right here. Magnet. Very well done. Actually, has a kind of 3D element to it. Not that I don't think the camera can pick that up, but. So I always bring this up whenever, oh, hello.
That was
Hey,
awesome.
before I continue,
Ooh, that's my color.
yeah, exactly, that's your color.
It is my color. It's more my color than my shirt is my color. This is what my shirt used to look like.
Yeah.
So I won't put it on, but what do you think?
That's
That's your.
It is the right color.
I mean,
That is-
you
that
would
is your
use it.
Magic blue.
You would use it in like 5 situations, but.
Oh, but still, that is cool.
So I always bring this up because this is a resort tour. We're not just showing off stuff to show off stuff. This is not only going to be your stop for merch for the resort, merch for that you can find with Inside Disney that you potentially want to pick up without having to go into the parks, but it's also going to be any sundries, and sundries that includes things you may potentially need. That includes sunscreen, medicine.
Funny fanny packs.
No, it does not. It includes snacks, stuff you can bring back up to the room. So like, say if you're back from a long day, you don't necessarily want to pick up something from a quick service or lounge, but you want to bring something back to eat, you can come to the gift shop, say bring back a thing of chips or other snacks, other edibles. Yeah, I shut it off earlier.
The luggage tag. That's cool. I love it when they have resorts.
Have sodas, drinks, yogurt, milk, orange juice, ice cream.
Ice cream.
I always like say this to the point where it gets annoying, but you need to keep in mind that if you're coming for any of these items that I just listed, this is the location. Now, in some cases, that may not be a big deal if we're talking about, say, a resort that's a bit smaller, say Pop Century. While you may have to walk to get to the gift shop, you may have to walk to get the gift shop there. It's going to take about maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes max. This is a large resort where a giant lake takes up the middle. So depending on where you are staying, it may actually take a bit to get to here. I mean, even the tower, while covered, you're still going to have to walk down through a hallway to get to here. So just as we're walking around and we're showing off the hotel rooms and where you can stay, keep in mind this location, because this is where you're going to have to come to come to here.
So did you bring up the fact of what Panchitos is? Who is Panchito?
Oh, well, it's this guy. Yo, I didn't focus on that when I came in here. I was just like tunnel vision into the
into the merch.
into the merch.
Yeah, Panchito is of course from the Three Caballeros,
Mhm.
and he is. You have Jose, who is more of the Brazilian
Yep.
side of. He's the Portuguese influence of South America, and Panchito is the Spanish influence of South America. So I'm sure you showed this already.
Yeah, I did. I mean, you can take it
Dude,
off.
that is a beautiful. It's
Got that
heavy.
token right there.
It is so heavy, but
I take your word.
a beautiful Christmas ornament. That is so nice. It's got that stained glass look to it. So, all right, cool. Well, that was awesome. I got to meet Chico. He was concerned that we might be in here just doing commercialized videoing, and I'm like, when we described what our project was, she's like, oh, okay, great. It was nice to meet you. So it was a pleasure. People coming in for sometimes the wrong reasons. Now, one of the great things about the place that we're at right now, guys, we are at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. One of the greatest things about this resort is its amenities for dining.
We had not only the grab and go, we just walked through the little dinette little area. You've got the El Mercado de Coronado, the Maya Grill. You've got Rick's Sports Bar and Grill right over here to my left.
We have 3 bridges. We have the full sidebar. We have the lounge not only on the ground floor of this Destino Tower, but also
The Dahlia Lounge.
the Dahlia Lounge and
Toledo.
Toledo. So
Now Toledo's not going to be open today. They do not open on Tuesdays, but they are open every other day of the week. So many different places to eat on property. And why is that? Well, it does have to support a large amount of convention goers. So between your regular Disney World Resort guests and your convention guests, you've got to have a lot of places for them to eat. Rick's Sports Bar and Grill has caught the eye of several people before coming in, some of their specialty foods. Screens everywhere, great burgers and the like. How you doing, Nikki G? Welcome in.
So just some highlights from Rick's. You have Bam Bam Chicken, $17. And 4 battered chicken breasts, signature Bam Bam sauce, sesame seeds, scallions, and a Aloha Island Poke Bowl, $25, and a Rick's halftime burger, $24.
And I'm trying to remember what it is they had. They had something that was deep fried and battered, or battered and deep fried like a year ago that I'm like, I'm gonna have to try that one of these days. I don't know if it's still on the menu, but it was like, that is the most unique thing that I've seen on a menu on a Disney World property in a while. Now, there is an active convention in the convention center, guys, so we're not going to take you down into the ballrooms, but you know what a ballroom looks like. So lots of ballroom space. Owen's already talked about that. Yeah. We've gone through there when it's empty, but we're not going to go in there where there's a lot of convention goers because we're not going to try to disturb them.
Eat those. They're not the characters that experts on here.
The most interesting characters chosen for Coronado Springs.
So Colorado Springs is a very interesting resort, and while it's mainly pulling inspiration from Mexico, there are also some other influences going here and there. Like for instance, the inclusion of the Destino Tower also added in a lot of Spanish background. We also have a bit of a Southwest American background, with specifically the Ranchos area. We'll get into that a bit later.
El Mercado de Coronado has a lot of Southwestern foods and inspirations for its menu. Nicole was asking, do any of the Walt Disney World resorts have room service back after COVID? I don't know that I know of one. So it used to be something. I don't believe that it's returned. Lowell Wolf had a DCP formal there here at the thing, so. Crown B was asking about pricing. The pricing is very similar to pricing for other moderate resorts. Of course, it's always going to vary from time frame to time frame, and your price inside the tower is going to be slightly more than what you would do in the Ranchos, Casitas, and Cabanas. And then, of course, an additional price if you want to be club level.
So we're currently staying within our quick service. Again, every resort is going to guarantee to have this one quick service. And I'd like to point out that it's pretty far out from most places where you would be staying. Again, to get from the tower, you have to walk through the hallway to get to over here. If you're staying around the lake, you would have to either go around the lake. I mean, in some cases, have to go through the middle through the three bridges. So,
And before they added the Villa del Lago and the space in the middle, there was no middle. At one point prior to 2018, all guests had to walk completely around the lake to get anywhere. So it's made it a little bit more accessible. Look, we've got our Star Wars Cokes.
the three bridges has definitely made it much easier to navigate the resort.
Grab and go items for salads, sandwiches. Now guys, we are in the middle of the afternoon, which means we are in between that space between 2 and 5 when they have limited late lunch specials. But just some of the things they have: the bacon cheeseburger, the Impossible Burger, kids menu, hot honey chicken sandwich, chicken tender basket, au jus melt. We were just talking about this thinly sliced roast beef and Swiss cheese on a toasted French baguette served with beef au jus. So there's your au jus sandwich we were talking about. Pizza, pasta, and like I said, a lot more when we get down to dinner. So, and then desserts. Look, they have a cronut. Disney Lisa says, I love the extra activities that they have here. One of the things you can do at the Three Bridges is you can go to Sangria University. They will actually take an afternoon and spend time with you to teach you exactly how to make your own sangria at home. And it's very, very well received by everyone who takes it. And Disney Lisa, I believe, if I remember the latest one, Oh Missy and FM Ever After has just taken that themselves recently. Now, if you want a really exciting meal, come here for breakfast. Tell them to go Southwestern. Great breakfast options with a little bit of flair. Like I said, Cafe Rick's Sports Bar, Maya Grill, Mercado, Siestas Cantina, and the Laguna Bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different places to dine and get food here on property. How you doing, Laureen? Calvin, did someone say Star Wars Cokes? I made a mistake and grabbed some cans of regular Coke instead of Coke Zero because I got excited when I saw the Star Wars images on them. We'll quickly let you look at the menu here for Maya Grill. They open at 5 p.m., which is about the time that all of the restaurants here that serve dinner open. I would really go for the roasted poblano chowder. You can get the barilla machete. Main plates include mole, braised beef short rib, Baja fish tacos, Asabuco al pastor. Lots of different things to choose from. Check out the family style.
You were talking about the breakfast options when we get desserts in the morning. I actually have the menu pulled up. You can get chorizo, egg and cheese empanada served with hash browns on the side of pico de gallo. That's $10. You can also get a frittata mexicana. That is $13.50, and the frittata with poblano and bell peppers, spinach, onions, and Monterey Jack cheese served with hash browns.
This is what I love. Well, here, when you have breakfast here, Susan and I have actually come here before
just to have breakfast. Now, prior to it becoming El Mercado, it was called the Three Peppers, the Three Chilies.
I think like,
And we would come here just to eat lunch with the kids, and Susan would come here for breakfast because you could pretty much guarantee you're gonna have something with onions, peppers, and a little extra. So, thank you, Nick P. Greatly appreciate it. Nick P just tipped $6.26 to the channel. It's our first PayPal for the day. Cause we just got a PayPal. Nick P sent a PayPal. We just got a PayPal for the Magic Crew. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate it. As they would say here, con mucho gusto. We are going to take you guys around the lake. We are going to take you to the dig site, which is a popular pool area here just for its theming. At night, our bar over here also opens up. Now, you can see prior to the tower being built, I mean, it's pretty high up, guys. Before then, everything was no more than a couple of stories. So it really...
It was released as a moderate resort, while it still is now. Moderates are separated buildings, outdoor hallways, usually 2 stories, maybe 3 if you're lucky.
This is the only moderate resort staying where you get indoor hallways, extravagant lobbies, and table service restaurants. So many table service restaurants. You just don't get that at any other of the moderate resorts. Moderate pricing, deluxe accommodations, deluxe amenities. So, all right, it's a heat advisory today, so we're gonna try to take it a little quick as we make our way around. Let's do a quick oversight of what we're gonna be looking at this afternoon. Here is our whole area. You can see where we're at. We are currently at the Destino Tower. We just went through the lobby and the areas for eating and shopping. You can see the immense convention center.
It takes up about like 1/3 of the entire resort.
Here is in the middle, the center of the 3 bridges. And first up, Casitas. Next up, Ranchos. And third, Cabanas. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take and we're gonna make this path all the way around. We are gonna take you guys to the dig site. But first, let's go check out what the designs of the rooms and the areas look like. Owen, why don't you hold that? I'm gonna do the same because it is pretty hot out. And
The last time I checked for our weather, it's currently a feel like of 100 degrees. We do actually have a heat warning in effect, and while we do want to also stay cool, usually we would be fine carrying this camera out in sunlight as long as we're moving, but considering how hot it is, we may have to take extra precautions and keep our reflective umbrella out even when we are moving, just so this is not overheat.
we're gonna try not to overheat ourselves or the equipment. So,
Yeah, that's the goal.
as we always say, if you don't have one of these, invest in one. We've done this for years. These guys make a big difference. Reflective umbrellas make the biggest of difference when it comes to keeping yourself cool in the sun. All right, let's go walking in the Casitas, through the Ranchos, the Cabanas, and then we're gonna take you guys to the dig site. Tony. So it's Destino. It's actually called the Grand Destino. But no, it's no casinos. Not the casino tower. I know you got all excited. Yeah, the resort trash cans are pretty cool too, Angela. Now, as I mentioned, prior to the tower and the additional facilities being added here, there was no 3 towers or 3 bridges. Okay? So, to get from one side of the lake to the other, you had to actually walk all the way around the lake. So it definitely made walking from one side of the resort to the other a lot better. One of the things we've always enjoyed when the kids would come with us to visit this resort is we'd watch the water's edge. We have seen turtles and all kinds of other things being done as far as, like, you know, animals and stuff. So it's kind of cool to see what the wildlife has been in the water. Now we've got some pressure washing. They're pressure washing some of the sidewalks over here, so we're going to see if we can go around it.
We can't go around this way.
Yeah, let's try it. We'll give it a try. Yeah. We're just doing some pressure washing. This area is referred to as the Casitas.
This is going to be our first of 3 areas, or maybe even biomes, considering how in-depth each of these 3 areas are, and based on it's just different. You know.
Please note, as this is, as referred to before, as a moderate resort, all of these rooms out here do have outdoor hallways. They also have laundry facilities spread out in different areas. So depending on which building you're in, your access to laundry may be in either the same building or the next building over. Oh, fish. So many fish in the water below. We used to love to come over here and watch, like I said, watch the turtles with the kids.
So Casitas were based off of the residential areas of colonial cities in Mexico, and the architecture and sophisticated of everything is supposed to reflect that here.
Dopey Runner says this is I've stayed here more at this property than any other property here at Walt Disney World. Now, other than the pressure washing, which is happening behind us, as we walk a little bit further into the property, you may start to notice a lack of sounds. It gets very quiet out here. One of the things that I do like about this property, especially if you're looking to get some miles under your feet, is that it makes a large loop around the property. And we have done 2 virtual 5Ks here in the past with you guys over the summer. And because the running trail that runs around it just leans itself to that type of activity, you can see as we're here, it makes a continuous trail all the way around the lake, which makes for easy running if you need to get your miles in. The other thing that I like about the new tower is that at nighttime it is lit up beautifully with illumination on the outside of the building. And for different times of the year, most noticeably during the Christmas times of the year, it is red and green. So it really kind of helps to get you in that kind of mindset. If you're out here for the holidays, to see the building lit up symbolically like a Christmas tree. How you doing, chemistry and biology? Welcome in.
You kind of see off the distance from one of our car pools. While there is a main pool, it's going to be the big side. There is one quiet pool in each one of these areas. So 3 quiet pools and 1 main pool.
The dig site is the main. Just to show you how hot it is out here today. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear and see me again. Yeah, our equipment is even overheating. It's that hot out here today, guys. Even in the shade under a reflective umbrella, the equipment is still overheating. Woo. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Just gonna keep the umbrella up at all times, and we're gonna try to stick to the shade as much as possible. Quiet pool. As Owen mentioned, there's a quiet pool in every one of the 3 areas. This is the one for the Casitas. Of course, there are no lifeguards and no activities being held at any of the 3 quiet pools. There is all of that at the dig site, which we'll take you guys after we walk around all of the other areas. Chemistry and biology. Early on, my husband and I used to love resort hopping. Got harder with the stroller. Once our daughter joined us, we'll get back to it now that we're empty nesters. It's a lot of fun to enjoy the resorts. It is. chemistry and biology, we actually have travel clients who come on occasion, and when they contact us, they'll tell us no resort, no park tickets this time. We're just gonna resort hop and do shopping at Disney Springs and hang out at the pool and do resort days. So So if you guys were watching us yesterday when we were in the Magic Kingdom, at the end of our stream yesterday, our camera also overheated. We were right there by Maleficent
I knew.
and the Festival of Fantasy Parade. It was already hot. She comes around the corner. She's like, blows that fire, and we're all like, woo! And all of a sudden the camera's just like, nope, I'm done.
I knew as soon as that, I was like, oh, there's no way the camera's gonna withstand this.
Yeah, it was just too much. I kind of feel like if we weren't walking over the concrete, we might also be a little better off as well. I can actually feel the heat coming off of the sidewalk.
I'm not sure if we get to the next area. Yeah. Well, next area is slightly more straight. Not gonna be huge improvement, maybe. This is what live streaming does different. We're min-maxing whatever the camera can withstand. Being in the sun or not.
Hey, we do it in the cold and we do it in the hot. It's all good. It's all about making sure that you guys can do it with us. So give me some shade here. And we're about to switch from one space to the other. Ooh, you can really feel it.
So we're about to move from the Casitas to the Ranchos, and the Ranchos represents ranch houses not only in northern Mexico, but also the southeastern part of America as well. So a little bit of a combination of the two regions. Still very dry.
Yeah.
Very ranchy.
Dopey Runner says, isn't this the hottest part of the day? Yes, it is. So it is the warmest part of the day for us.
If we did not,
But we had a race this morning. We had to register.
that would not happen.
Hey, we got our priorities.
So apparently, Calvin did chime in at one point that both the challenge and the 10 miler are still available. That's
Are
the
still
case.
available. Wow, it's repeating what happened last year. Whew, I don't think I'm not used to the fact that on my knees I can feel the heat coming off of the sidewalk.
You engage it by.
Yeah, we're gonna get some sidewalk. We're gonna get some sidewalk shade here in just a second. All right. All right, about halfway around. So get a little bit of shade there. If you guys are just joining in, no,
We are not doing a 5K today. We're just showing off the resorts so you guys know what it looks like. It is our hope that people who wish to contact us to help book and plan their next Walt Disney World vacation will have resources on our channel that they can go to. Now, I love the fact that you guys can come in here and you can ask questions about the resorts so you can learn more about them, so that if you can decide this may be a spot for you to come try and stay at in the future, but also just kind of hang out with the crew. We love that we guys can do that with you guys all the time. But we hope that if you are looking for resources to get a better idea of which resort hotel might be better for you, come and look at all of the tours we've done over the past 3 years here at Walt Disney World. So maybe a dip in the pool. We'll just go climbing up the Maya temple. So, woo. Oh, my finger, oh, that almost burned. That is hot glass. Diane just tipped $50. Do all of the resorts offer free shuttle service to and from the Orlando International Airport? Now, at one point, Diane, we used to have something called the Magical Express. I guess we just have to have a moment of silence. At one point or another, anyone who stayed at a Walt Disney World Resort hotel could jump on and utilize the Magical Express. It was a complimentary shuttle to and from MCO. It is no longer in existence. It's one of those things we lost back in 2020, along with a few other perks that used to come staying at the hotels. There is several options to get to and from the hotel. And I will say this, Diane, if you contact us to book your stay, you can also ask Susan and Heather about options on shuttle service. We can help you get set up with Mears at a low cost for bus service back and forth. We can help you to book a private shuttle, or you can simply decide that you want to do something like grab an Uber or a Lyft. But unfortunately, the Magical Express is no longer with us. And but thank you so much, as always, for the support. And we just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal for the Magic Crew. Thank you, Diane. And feel free at any time to ask us questions about stuff like that. We want to make sure you guys have all those things that will help you decide how best to take care of your vacation. All right, we are around the Casitas. We are here at the Ranchos. We're going to walk through the Ranchos, through the Cabanas, and then we're going to stop over the dig site, take you back over to the 3 bridges, and then we're going to end back over at Grand Destino Tower.
You said that the screen was very hot.
I know, I touched the screen to put a comment up and it like burned my finger. That's crazy, isn't it?
Considering like the few times I've had to like quickly pull off the camera from overheating, that's not out of the question. I can do that.
Oh, that's right. Calvin says the way to the resort was called the Magical Express. When you went back to the airport, it was referred to as the Tragical Express. When you got those papers on your bed the day before in your room that said this is where you need to be and this is when you need to get on the bus.
Board the bus of crying children.
No, it's not the children that are crying, it's the adults. Children only respond to the adults crying. All right, so we are in the Ranchos. Again, outdoor hallways and 2 stories.
Moderate stop times. But you can already tell, just looking at how the casitas are laid out and how these are laid out, how much of a difference this area is. Meant to be much drier. Based off of those ranches. There's also a lot of time put into both the foliage and the rocks surrounding the pathways and buildings.
You can see a lot more cacti have been planted. And it has much more of a desert feel to it. Yeah, you don't want to touch those flowers. All of the landscaping lends it to a completely different looking space than what we were ever over at the Casitas. Diane says the desert landscaping must make it feel even hotter. What do you think, Owen?
Well, it definitely adds to it. The feel, not the heat, but the feel of it. I have to say, this is probably one of the few times of year that the temperature will match the landscape.
And it is very possible, yes, some of these buildings may not have elevators. So when you're asking for room recommendations and stuff like that, make sure to let us know if having a first floor room is necessary to avoid stairs. We can make those room reservation requests. We can't guarantee that they will be assigned that way, but if it's in the file, it makes it easier later on to make those requests, especially when you go straight to the front desk. Coming up to our second quiet pool. The guest laundry for Ranchos is located in this building right here. There is an app that allows you to note exactly how long their clothes are in and when they're done. So again, here is the second of the 3 quiet pools, one for each of the areas. Now, when we were here last time, when we did our virtual 5K, there was a red-tailed hawk. That was flying around and grabbing things in the grass over here. So I'll never forget that. That was pretty cool. Sammy, how does your luggage get from checking at the tower over to the ranches? If you utilize the luggage service and someone's handling your luggage, they'll have luggage carts that they will transport over. Remember, on the outside of all of these buildings is the parking that goes all the way, and they can utilize the roads on the other side. That's where, if you were parking, if you brought a vehicle in, you drove here, your parking will be just on the other side of these buildings. Now, I did not say a chicken hawk. Go be right. Woo. All right, we're gonna have to go back out into the sun for a bit.
The shade is right over there. We just have to run quicker.
Just run to the shade. Just
Run
run,
to the shade.
run. Da-da-dun, 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 da-da-dun.
So
All right.
we're moving to our third section, the Ranchos, to make a thing.
Yeah, notice the difference in just the rooftops here. These are the last of the ranchos. We are moving over to the cabanas, which is going to be more of your beach feel. And almost has more of a tropical theming to it.
It's mainly inspired by laid-back fishing villages on the coast.
And waterfront areas.
Yes.
Exactly.
But it is still have that kind of laid-back tropical feel. It has something, not based on something you would find out in the ocean or being.
But you are going to have your beach front over here by the cabanas. It's the only place that's going to have sand and hammocks and beach combing. The cabanas. Diane, yeah, make sure to tip your luggage handlers. They have a long way to go. Now, also when it comes to this space, the reason that we walk around like this is because we want you guys to know the expansiveness of this property. If you are staying in the ranchos and decide that you're going to walk to the lobby, it is not a hop, skip, and a jump. It is a good amount to go. Now, you could decide that you're going to, in fact, go over to one of your stops. There are a total of 4 bus stops here on property. One to each of the 3 areas and then one to the tower. So you could use that bus system if you wanted to.
It will always stop at the tower last. So.
Tower will always be last. So any of the groups that want to, if guys, Owen reminded me, if I stop moving, I lose the cool air. All right, there we go. I have to keep moving.
This has to be one of the hottest days.
It is just blazing hot. I can't imagine what it would have been like if we had actually been on a park day today, dude.
And not even on you, we still have like cover.
Yeah, we're in the shade.
So we don't have the direct sun on it. But it's still hot.
I'm like in a fully shaded area, but I stopped moving, so. All right, we just walked out of the cabanas. We're gonna take you guys over to the dig site. Show you the arcade, the pool bar. This is our dig site, the children's pool, the Jaguar slide, the ruins, Explorers Playground, Iguana Arcade, the Siestas Bar, the spa, and the volleyball court. I hope that anyone who's out at the parks today, please take advantage of whatever water breaks and ice water you can take. Hey Chris, why don't they run Disney races in the summertime? I think I know the answer. All right, here is our volleyball court, which, thank goodness, no one's using today. But
Yeah,
oftentimes,
why no one's volleyballing.
no one can touch that sand today. I would love to see anybody just try to touch that sand. But oftentimes when we come out here, good volleyball games going on. This is our main pool called the Dig Site. This is Siestas behind me. Siestas is our pool bar. Hour of operations, the bar is open from 10 to 11 p.m., 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Kitchen's open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. I have heard really great things from a lot of people. They really enjoy the food here at Siestas. And they have oftentimes have told me that they recommend coming over and just having something to eat at Siestas. We'll come back and look at the pool in just a second. Let's take you guys inside the arcade because it's air conditioned. Let's bring everything down a notch. And then we'll show you guys the playground. Arcade is open from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. As usual, we do not play off of quarters anymore because that's only for old people. We work off of arcade cards. Thanks for hanging out today, James. Have a great one. How you doing, Run Walk Fight? Not a huge arcade, but huge air conditioning. So
Nerf Master!
I can actually touch the screen of my phone without burning my fingers.
It's Nerf or nothing.
And I love they even have a space for the parents who would just need to sit down and relax for a bit.
It's an AC.
It's a massage chair. You can't play quarters anymore. You gotta play tokens. You can't even play tokens anymore. So, alright, we're gonna go back out there. Can we just talk about the rest of it and just stay in here for the rest of the stream? Alright, lead the way. We're gonna take you guys out into the playground. All of my kids at one point were small enough to actually come out and play on this playground. I have gotten stuck in that slide before, going after one of the kids. Fun, fun, fun. But it's all got a Mayan temple feel to it. So
You have the temple we're talking about, right?
it's like Legends of the Hidden Temple kind of feel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if anyone like tried to slide down one of those slides, like
Right now, no, it would take skin off.
Yeah, it would sear.
All right, and if I can give you one big piece of advice, guys, I'm gonna have to stop for just a second. Please don't overheat. I know you want to. I know there's a desire within you to climb up that temple because water comes all the way out the top and comes all the way down. Don't do it. Do not go up above the vines. I promise you, you don't want to do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So, very popular pool over here at the dig site. You dig it? There is a hot tub right over here to my left as well. I don't see how anyone would want to be in the hot tub today. It's not even turned on, thank goodness. You might as well just boil lobster in there today. I want to go across the bridge.
Maybe it'll be slightly cooler.
Ah, doubt it.
Over the water, that's probably coping for me.
You can tell yourself that. So,
You would just have to walk all the way around it, and you would just have to deal with it. But they not only built these 3 bridges that allow you to more easily access other areas, but they also added another place where you could eat on property because all the others were not enough.
the 3 Bridges Bar and Grill, again, is the location of the Sangria University. Advanced reservations are required, and it is a class through the day that they will teach you how to make sangria at home. And it has really great reviews. Opens a little earlier than the other restaurants at 4:30 instead of 5. But if you are a fan of sangria, there you go. Entrees include chicken mole, pork carnitas tacos, wedge salad, steak frites, 3 Bridges signature burger or poke bowl, plancha seared, mahi mahi, and shrimp.
I always talk about like different burgers on property, and one I've just been meaning to try is this one.
One here.
And that is every area outside from the main building and then tower.
Of course, I love the fact no matter where you go around the lake, you can always see the Grand Destino Tower building. The great thing about the building is depending on where you're at, whether the back side of the building or the front side of the building, if you're looking over the property or if you're looking over the front parking lot, you can see different areas. Here at Walt Disney World, you may be able to see from the back side of the building, you might catch a few glimpses of happily ever after fireworks at night. If you're at the front of the building, to the far left, you can see nighttime activities at Hollywood Studios and all right, let's get back inside the air conditioning. We have fought the heat for this past hour. Camera has overheated twice. we'll go inside, take a little sip of water, and take you to one last space. Hopefully no more camera overheating. I'm gonna put our reflective umbrellas away. So just to get an idea of how hot it is here today, our camera overheated at the second space, the second time, while we were in a fully shaded area and underneath the reflective umbrella. So don't play around when they talk about days that are heat advisories. Today being one of them. Triple digits today. All right, we're gonna take you guys back into the main building. If you guys have questions, feel free. Now we're gonna be back inside. It might be a little easier for us to be able to see and keep up with the chat. How you doing, Brent? How you doing, Brian? Welcome in, Missy. Colorado is currently 81 degrees. Poor Chris and Owen are 113 heat index. Yeah. I know we were told that we were going to be between 110 and 115, and I knew us being here around 2 or 3 o'clock, we'd probably be right there in the middle of that somewhere. So take it easy. Before we go any further back to where we are, I wanted to share with you guys, if you stay in the Casitas, Cabanas, or Ranchos, I wanted you guys to get an idea. This is kind of what the rooms look like there. Of course, this is what the bed style is. These are specifically in the Ranchos. And again, you can sleep up to 4. This is not like some of the areas where you have a 5th sleeper or something like that. We really are talking only up to 4 people. And just to kind of get an idea of the color scheme and what it looks like in the Ranchos and the style of the room. So a little different than what you would be if you're in the Destino Tower. So just something to take in consideration. They're a little darker and than what you see in the brightness of the towers. A couple other things I want to bring up. Jeannie, how much do the reflective umbrellas help? They help for me all the time when it's not 115 degrees. See, for me, I still felt cooler when I had the umbrella, even if the equipment was still receiving heat from below. To me, they always feel like several degrees cooler.
Some people would try to use black umbrellas, and what the problem with that is that since
it absorbs the heat.
Yeah.
It absorbs the sun and it becomes hot. So the reflective umbrellas are a little bit cooler. Reflective umbrellas are only about, 25 to 30 bucks. So it's worth it just to have one, just to replace your normal umbrella.
That way you can use it not only when it rains, but also
use it for any kind of situation. If you guys are looking for one, we do have the links at the bottom of our videos. In the descriptions, you can always find one of those there, the brands we use.
Chemistry and Biology, Sacramento is 94 degrees today. We're thankful for dry heat. Dry heat makes a huge, huge difference. So, oh, Missy is coming in. Now, oh, Missy, I actually dropped your name in earlier saying that you and FM Ever After did the Sangria University, I believe, on your last day. At least you mentioned that you had done it and you enjoyed it. You said you stayed in the tower a few times recently in May for a king room with no special view. Is at that point in May was about $480 a night. Keep in mind, if you were in a similar style room in a deluxe, that price is going to be a lot higher. It's still considered to be moderate, so the price doesn't go that much higher. Anytime you guys want to check out prices, though, feel free to let us know. When you contact us, guys, we have no problems giving you quotes on several properties. So we generally were able to always give you 3 at a time. So if you think, like, you know what, I know we've always stayed at Caribbean Beach, but we wanted to check out Coronado Springs to the tower and just see how much difference it is. You can say, hey, can we check out Caribbean Beach in our normal room, but also throw in a Destino Tower, and just for fun, throw in a Destino Tower with club level access for the lounge, just to see if it's even something that you may even want to consider. But always think about it. And remember, there's no obligation. We're not going to force you into buying anything or looking at anything. We want to make sure you guys are happy. We don't want to sell you a trip. We want to be your travel agents forever. So we are looking out for your interests, and we're not going to try to upsell you to something, but we will give you the options if you guys want to consider it. So reach out to us. eartoearmagic.com is our website. Go to the travel services page. Disney, Universal, cruising, or other general travel, just let us know. And simply say, hey, I'm curious. I've never stayed there. Give me some pricing. Let's talk real quick before I take you guys back into the tower. What are the things to take in consideration? Okay? If I'm staying here, what are some things I might not think about, which may not be the best for me? Or it may not bother me at all. One, this is a convention hotel. If having a large convention here, like today, is something that would deter or take away from your vacation, because everywhere you turn around, somebody's wearing a badge, and they're always in large groups, and maybe, the large groups are over in Rick's, and you're like, I can't watch the game because there's 20 people over there all joking about the convention that day. That may be something to take in consideration. Depending on when you're staying, there may be a large convention or dance group or something like that. Keep in mind, dance competitions and stuff may also happen in the convention center, and just something to keep in mind. 2, no monorail, no boats, no Skyliner. None of those are available here at Coronado. It is completely separate. The only complimentary service to and from the parks will be bus service. If that is a no-no for you, something that they can take note. If you like taking the buses and that doesn't bother you, then feel free. But also, there are 4 bus stops here, very similar to Port Orleans, Riverside. Depending on where you are, if you are in Ranchos, you're going to have to stop at Casitas before you go to Ranchos. If you're in Cabanas, you're going to have to take 2 stops. If you're in the tower, you're going to have to stop at Casitas, Ranchos, Cabanas before you get to the tower. As long as you're prepared for that and you understand that everything's good. But if that is a deal breaker, we completely understand that as well. And then, and I would love to hear from those of you who have stayed here before. What are the things that you really loved? What are the things that you didn't think were that great? After today's stream, do me a huge favor. Come in and give a little mini review of the resort from your experience. What did you like? What did you not like? And we hope, the reason I mentioned doing that after the stream is over, people, for who knows, for the next few years may stumble upon this live stream and then go into the comments and could benefit from your experience. So after today's stream is over, go back in. If you're watching today, even if it's not live, leave us a comment of what you thought, why this is a good resort for you, why this is a bad resort for you. And your comments may make either a good point to someone who's thinking about staying here, or someone goes, you know what, now that I think about it, I think I'm going to go somewhere else. So we love to make sure that what you find is the best way to do it. Is Uber the best way to get to Universal from MCO? Here for a moment.
it's probably the fastest, but if you're staying, honestly, here for a moment, if you're staying on property for Universal, we can, when we book it, we'll just add what we call the Superstar Shuttle. They have their own shuttle service to and from MCO to Universal. And when you book your Universal stay with us, you can simply ask to be added on a Superstar Shuttle, and they will take you to and from. If you don't have Superstar Shuttle, Uber and Lyft is just as fine. Alexis, the first time I stayed here, I wasn't a fan. The room was confusing to find. It's large, and it was a long walk to the buses, and the food. The second time wasn't as bad. The good thing is now that you know what to expect, Alexis, it's a lot easier to swallow. That's one of the reasons why we like live streaming, is because none of these things should catch people off guard. You won't be in a Rancho and go, oh my gosh, I'm clear across the property from the front lobby. If you did not know that before you came, that's in your head, and now it's becoming like a thorn in your side as you're on your vacation. But if you're watching this and you now know, that is something I have to take in consideration. It's so much easier to swallow because you're prepared for it mentally. So it does make it a little easier after you stay there. What is the closest park from this resort? Great question, Greg. Animal Kingdom. Matter of fact, we're kind of mid-distance between Hollywood Studios and the Animal Kingdom, but Animal Kingdom is literally right around the corner. But where we're going to take you next is not going to be open, but we're going to give you guys an idea of where we're at in the property as far as those are concerned. So we hope that helps. Let's keep walking.
Okay. Thank you.
We're going to take you guys back over to the lobby at the Grand Destino Tower. Alexis, as a mom, I'm also not a fan of walking across the parking lot to get to the bus stop. That makes perfect sense. Alexis, there is with the Swan and Dolphin, the Marriott Resorts, there is one called the Swan Reserve. We have Marriott guests who are members of Marriott Bonvoy who contact us to help them book the Swan, the Dolphin, and the Swan Reserve. And when we have families who contact us to say that they want to stay at the Swan Reserve, I feel obligated to let them know that if they're going to be walking from the Swan Reserve to the International Gateway at Epcot, you have to cross a road. We're not talking a parking lot, we're talking a road. That always makes me really nervous. So, especially if someone says that they're coming with children, young children, or children in strollers, we always point that out. Because to me, that is sort of it's an important detail as far as I'm concerned. Now, they're not open at the moment, but I did want to point out that space right there. I don't see, it looks to be all closed up at the moment, but they have bike rentals. So you can rent other things there as well. But with bike rentals, if you wanted to ride some bikes around the property for additional exercise or just to get out and not walk around like we did, you can rent bikes there. I love the way that it's the lobby looks for Christmas. And my favorite part, GDKY, is the whole tower is red and green at nighttime, so it's really cool looking. do the honors?
Oh, those are shoes in the direction.
Now we are going to be in the elevator. So.
What's this little indicator right here shows the list of where it's heading. South being the last location, bottom being the next one.
Oh, they got the doors closed. Oh well. Level 16 is where Toledo and the Dahlia Lounge are located. Oftentimes they don't have the doors closed yet, and especially since they open at 5. Who knows? Maybe they'll be open later. But I will let you guys have an opportunity to grab those QR codes if you wanted to check it out. Now, Toledo is only open Wednesday to Sunday. Mondays and Tuesdays they are closed. So please keep that in mind when you're looking or considering going to Toledo. Toledo does have steaks, seafood. They are really known for their cheese plates and cheese selections and tapas. Like I said, the first time we dined here, Susan and I merely ate tapas and had an amazing meal. We even have I think a vlog from 2018 or 2019 of our experience coming. And then the Dahlia Lounge is open from 5 p.m. to midnight. The views at the Dahlia Lounge are amazing, and we'll have to come back over here sometime and to share those with you, but I wish they had those open already.
Also, in the short, Destino is about, and you'll be able to tell us from looking at, a woman trying to enchant the god Kronos. That woman is named after the same name as that lounge.
Dahlia,
So,
yeah. The lounge is named after the main character in El Destino.
The fact that we're in the top floor, so we hear every time when these elevators move. Here we go.
One more time into the lobby, guys. We highly recommend that when you come and you visit, whether you stay inside the tower or not, explore, find the Mickeys, find the details that are hidden throughout. Look for the curves, the bells, the wisps, and the things that are hidden throughout. The details that are also found in El Destino, the short. And definitely take advantage of all that is available here as far as dining and opportunities for resort stays. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging out with us here today at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, a moderate resort here at Walt Disney World. We hope that today's tour has been helpful
and learning a little bit more about this resort and what they have to offer. And we hope that if you are ready to travel anywhere, that you would consider reaching out to us for our travel and planning services at no cost to you. Yes, we will help you book and plan your trip, even get you transportation to and from the airport at no charge for our services to help you secure it, to take a little bit of stress off of your day. And we are so thankful for our travel clients who, from time to time, give us the opportunity to be a part of their travel. So reach out to us. eartoearmagic.com is our website, and you can go to our travel services page there and fill out a form. Give us the details of your next travel, and we will be glad to help you to make that a little less stress-free. Thank you, Greg, for hanging out with us today. Thank you to our mods for being a part. Thank you, Chemistry and Biology, for everybody who's hung out with us today. I hope you're staying cool. I know we had a little bit of overheating ourselves today, but heat advisory, be careful, anyone who's in any area with a heat advisory, but definitely here in Central Florida. As we always say, take care of yourself, but take care of the others around you in our community, guys. And we always ask you to do these things. And that's to share a laugh, share a smile, share a compliment. But whatever you do, be the sunshine in somebody else's day. From all of us here at Ear to Ear Magic, thank you guys so very much. Tomorrow we'll be back in the parks, and we hope you guys will join us as well. Have a great and wonderful afternoon, and we will see you in the parks. Thanks, everybody. Have a great one. We'll see you all soon. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks a lot, Quaharini. It's Nader. How you doing, Nader? Thanks, Wildstar. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one. Stay cool out there, guys.